Fox 16 Money Alert. Another long night at Little Rock City Hall as the board of directors listened to yet another proposed budget amendment that would help the city deal with a more than $7 million deficit. And like others they've heard, this plan also includes layoffs.
Well, there was a no vote tonight, but Fox 16's Mitch McCoy was in that meeting for round 2 of budget talks. He's live in downtown Little Rock with what was being discussed. Mitchell, fill us in.
Yeah, Kevin and Donna, good evening to you both. Another long Tuesday night for board members here at City Hall. The board voted to table the budget conversations for another 2 weeks. And you could tell there were times throughout tonight's meeting where there were frustration from board members about not only what they were hearing, but some of the answers they were getting or what some thought were lack of answers. We are able to tell you, though, that the mayor was pushing some of the board members to continue the conversations tonight, saying that just postponing it wouldn't be good for the city employees that could be affected by layoffs. But the board voted to hold off and continue the conversations in 2 weeks. But there were some new ideas presented tonight to the board of directors. The board was presented with some of the new ideas, including the cuts. Their Chamber of Commerce, the original cuts have been reduced to $50,000. The Museum of Discovery would be cut $19,000. 44 jobs are on the chopping block instead of the originally proposed 48. 31 of the 44 jobs are currently filled, and most of these job cuts, if you remember, are coming from the Parks and Recreation Department. The zoo would also be impacted. It would be closed Tuesdays and Wednesdays through November and March. 2 golf courses would close, or what the city calls repurposed. They haven't said which golf courses could face potential closure, but some board members have serious concerns about the proposed cuts to the Parks and Recreation Department.
You sincerely feel that you and this proposed staff can maintain them the way the citizens expect. I've never gotten so many emails and phone calls on a topic as I have about Parks and Recreation. You might as well have been saying, I'm taking your firstborn. You know, people are so passionate about it. So can you tell me, in your professional opinion, that these won't be impacted, that you'll be able to maintain them and people will be happy, except for those losing their job, possibly?
I do feel that we will be able to maintain at this level if we can outsource, if we can add that money back to outsource those specific areas.
And while many city departments are feeling the crunch in their budget, there were some board members that were bringing up concerns about the restructuring here at City Hall. When the assistant city manager retires, and keep in mind the assistant city manager is making more than $150,000, that money would be freed up for the mayor to hire a chief of staff.
Mayor, it strikes me that as we're talking about removing position of budget cuts, is having a chief of staff and adding that position to your staff necessary?
The answer to that question is yes. The mayor has always had a chief of staff. The mayor's always had an executive assistant. And so the answer to that question is yes. As you know, I'm the first mayor to fall and adhere to the 2007 ordinance, being the chief executive officer and having all the department directors to report to the mayor.
Tonight, I was asking the mayor about the proposed 20 additional police officers that he's been promising throughout this year and including in his campaign, including the push for body cameras. He tells me that they are going to be holding off on hiring the 20 additional police officers this year. He says as far as the body cameras go, that will be something that will likely come out of the 2020 budget. He says that they're still out getting bids, and it could take several months for them to even get some of those bids back. But in the meantime, Kevin and Donna, we're in limbo. We're waiting to figure out what the board will do, and so are those 44 city positions, the 31 that are currently filled, those 31 city employees currently in limbo as well, figuring out if they will have a job come July 1st. We're at City Hall tonight. Mitch McCoy, Fox 16 News.
Yep, certainly a lot to digest and review and come to some kind of conclusion, thus the postponement. But the biggest expense to the city is salaries, and we're talking hundreds of government employees. Was there any discussion about that? Did that come up?
It did. City Director Lance Hines brought that up. And, you know, I've had the chance to go through this budget. And, you know, at least from the police department's perspective, the police department's budget is about $78 million, give or take a few million. But 90% of the police department's budget is salary. And so the City Director Lance Hines brought it up. He goes, have we reached out to the Fraternal Order of Police? Have we reached out to the firefighters union to see if there is some wiggle room when it comes to police officers or firefighters' salaries? And based off of what everybody got in the board meeting, nobody reached out to any of the police unions or the firefighters union to see if they would even be willing to sit down and at the table and discuss their salaries and possibly bring them down a little bit.
Well, quite honestly, that's a tough decision. I mean,
Yeah,
not everybody, no one wants to cut their salary. I mean, but the bottom line is there's a $7 million deficit. Something's going to have to be done. The question is what? So it remains to be seen. All right, Mitch
Exactly,
McCoy,
and that's the $1 million question.
$7 million question. Thank you
then
very
some,
much.
yeah.
All right, thank you.